guys, welcome back to my video web series, Things Your Mama Never Told You. My name is Dawn. So this chapter, I'm not giving it a number because guess what? I have so many chapters out there, I kind of lost track. So I'm not even going to give it a number. But this chapter is going to be very, very controversial. It's going to probably hit home for a lot of people. So I'm calling this chapter Control Your Fertility. So a couple of years ago, right in my neighborhood, I had the most infuriating conversation with a young man, and he was really, really making me angry because he just won't take responsibility for his actions. So he said, "Oh, well, this girl decided to have my baby. She knew I wasn't into her. She knew I got a girl. Why didn't she just go to the Chop shop?" And I was like, but you knew you had a girl and you knew you weren't into her. So why are you having unprotected sex with somebody that you don't care about? Oh, well, I was drunk. Yeah, you know what? You're going to risk your life and then blame it on the alcohol. So now you tied to this woman for life, not just for 18 years, because if you are in your child's life, it is for life because you guys are going to be sharing birthday parties, graduations, weddings, grandchildren, all that stuff. This woman that you don't care about is going to be in your life forever. Okay? So here's my thing. A lot of men say, oh, women trap us. But you're allowed to be trapped. And actually, in my experience, I've had guys wanting to trap me because a lot of guys feel that making babies with a woman who's never had a child is some kind of sport. And it's a boost to the ego. You know how many guys have said to me, "Oh, let me breed you." I'm like, what? WTF? Am I a horse or something? Or a cow or some other farm animal? Breed me? No, dude, no. And when I was dating, honestly, I was the condom queen. And I had lots of men who said, oh, my thing doesn't work without a condom. And I said, well, I guess it's not working then because I don't know you. I don't even know if I like you, but we're going to do this. So it's either you put this on or it doesn't happen at all. You see, in this day and age, with all the birth control out there and so many birth controls, and we have so much education. You know where babies come from, okay? And you can't blame it on, oh, the condoms break. Because you know what? Yes, condoms do break, but not all the time. There is that 5% chance that, yeah, a condom will break or it'll malfunction, but it is 95% accurate. And let's say there is a slip up, okay? There's plan B. So there's a lot of Facebook groups about relationship that I'm a part of, like Black Love Matters, Love and Relationships, Black Marriage Matters. So in one of the groups, not in the marriage one because it's all about positivity and all that good stuff, I think it's in the Love and Relationships, and a guy posted something that was kind of frustrating to him, but about, yeah, now you have all these children by these other guys, but you won't give a child to your own husband. And you know what? What he said, it was really harsh, but it's reality. Because I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, not every relationship that you get into has to result in a child. It has to be a mutual, it has to be a mutual thing. And stop stop taking risks with your body. Because you know, this is coming right after my rant about my Kevin Samuels rebuttal. And I'm getting flack because, yes, I was 45 when I had my first child because I made that choice. Just remember, we're living in a society of pro choice. You can either choose to have a baby or choose not to have a baby. And so stop putting it in somebody else's hands. Take control of your own fertility. Okay? And don't listen. I'm not sitting here in judgment because, yes, I have been to the chop shop. Yes, I have had miscarriages too. And, but it was the miscarriages, that was God's plan. And the chop shop, that was my choice. But I made sure that guys knew that if I'm good enough to have sex with, if I'm good enough to have unprotected sex with, if I'm good enough to have a baby with, that I'm good enough to marry. And I was not settling for less than marriage. I'm not going to be somebody's baby mother. Now, no disrespect to baby mothers out there because it happens, shit happens. I understand that. I just chose not to be because being a mom and especially a single mother is hard. It is, and my hat's off to you, single mothers. I mean, God, it's hard because I'm married and I have a partner that is very active in my little one's life. My husband is so active, but it's still difficult. So I don't even want to imagine raising a child without a husband or somebody in the household. I don't want to know what that is, to be honest with you. But I know that should anything happen, I know God has a plan and I'll be able to survive because, you know, we are built like that. And there are a lot of single fathers out there. And hats off to you guys too. You know, out there doing the thing, raising your children. And, you know, it's children, they're beautiful. Okay. But they have to come in, you know, you need to create an environment for them. You can't just be having children all willy-nilly, you know? And I'm going to be mentioning this. I'm going to mention this. I'm mentioning this briefly right now, but I'm doing another chapter about my journey becoming a mom for the first time at 45. But, you know, I live in Brooklyn and I live in the hood. Yes, I own my apartment, but still, I still live in the hood. And when I found out that I was pregnant, it was just so exciting because, you know, my husband and I, he was my fiance at the time. You know, I got pregnant while planning my wedding. So we postponed the wedding by another year. But when I found out that I was pregnant, you know, took a home pregnancy test, went to my fiance, now husband, to come home, showed him the stick, and we were so excited. So then I went to the local clinic to get confirmation. And the clinic, yeah, is around a whole bunch of projects, whatever. You see so many people from so many different walks of life, whatever. But I was judged, you know? I was judged. The doctor asked me, so why'd you get pregnant at this point? How many kids you have? Just making assumptions. And I can't tell you exactly what I told her because it's very disrespectful, but I know when you hear the full story, it's going to be an outrage to you also. So I was stereotyped. And even though I wasn't one at 45 years old with many children, my many different fathers and whatever, and and being of the neighborhood, even women who do have multiple children, they still deserve respect. You cannot, we don't come to you to get judged. We come to you for care. But I will elaborate on this further in another chapter. But all I'm saying is that, it's your choice. Okay? Stop leaving a choice up to someone else, because it's not romantic and spontaneous that, oops, I just had a baby with somebody that I barely know. Just like a young lady, she answered my my statement. I gave an opinion, and she asked me, well, what should I have done? Should I have gone to the Chop shop? And I just said, hey, beautiful, thank you for responding. And I can't tell you yes or no because it's a choice, but I do have to emphasize on the choice. Okay. You can either, you can choose to get pregnant. You can choose not to get pregnant. I mean, the choice is up to you, to both parties involved, because it's really that simple. If you don't want a baby, get on birth control and use condoms. It's really that simple. Stop having unprotected sex with randoms. I'm talking to both men and women. I'm talking to both of you, because now you have a baby with somebody that either you don't know or you don't like. And that's on both sides. And ultimately, you gentlemen, I'm talking to you. Ultimately, the choice is ours. We carry the babies. We choose whether or not we're going to keep the babies or not. Okay, it's our bodies. We may have a discussion with you. We may not have a discussion with you. But ultimately, the choice is ours. With my husband, it was already discussed that we both wanted children. He's a year older than me. He never had children. He's, like I said, we've both made our mistakes, but he made it clear that he wanted children and he wanted me to have his children. And I'm like, okay, great. I am honored because he's definitely worth me sharing my gene pool with. So I know this is a short video, but I just have to put that out there, okay? Because when you're having random sex and getting pregnant by, you're having babies by different partners, it not only affects you, it affects the children. Because I've had conversations with, family friends and family members, and even my own mother. She was affected by my grandfather's philandering. And it really, really hurts the children. It really does. And yeah, and I spoke to different women and different men, and they are affected, and it hurts. It really hurts. So please, 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 please know the person that you plan on procreating with. Because if the person plans on being a great parent, just remember that you two are bonded together for life. So whether you like this person or not, they will be up in your face, like I said, not for 18 years, but for life. So if I offended anybody, I am not apologizing because it is what it is. Now, I'm not passing judgment because, like I said, I have lots of friends who are baby mothers, baby fathers. It happens, but this was my choice. So thank you guys for tuning in and look out for the next chapter. Bye-bye.